Dear participants, hello and welcome to today's session on writing effective research articles. I'm Dr. Vibhash Kumar. I will be talking about one of the most important aspects of an academic life. So, why does an academic go for research publications? Now, there are many reasons for it. It begins with knowledge sharing. It can be for your uh, own task of completing something, your own excitement about getting things done. This can be one thing. Then obviously there is a knowledge sharing. In fact, if I'd like to go a little bit further, any kind of research is uh, is likable or is recommended when it brings a conversation, uh, when it brings out a discussion, and therefore it is important that the peers come into the picture. So generally we are seeing these days that there are collaborative researchers, which is more or less getting popular. Second is essential. It is essential for academic appointments. We all know it. The career advancement schemes. It definitely tells us about the research publications. The national education policy also has impetus on researches being done. They want to set up research institutes as such, and the categorization needs to be made. So we'll see what is there in the future, but definitely research is one of the most important aspects here. Makes you proficient for future tasks, in the sense that any college work, any institution work requires a lot of academic writing, and one should be very proficient at it. And knowing the do's and don'ts are the beginning. For as well as the PhD, if I would like to say that PhD is becoming important for academic institutions as well as any academic person. So requirement, it is a requirement to publish research articles for your PhD before you actually submit your PhD. So therefore it's important. The next is the important assessment tool for the funding bodies. If you want to do good research, you need good funding, because most of the time, any article which is published in a good research journal, they look for whether or not it has been funded, because individual research projects generally do not go into in depth. There can be cases where an individual has that kind of knowledge, or you can say resources to complete a task in a rigorous manner. However, the funding bodies, if they have the fund for any project, then definitely it can add to the quality of the research. So nowadays you will see that the research journals are asking for the funding information while you're submitting your research article. It is also an important aspect. They take it seriously then. Okay, if a project is funded, they take it very seriously. So these are the reasons why research publications are required. There can be many more reasons which we can definitely talk on, but this is what I think is right at this moment. Now, about success in publication, if I bring to the discussion this, then why would you succeed in publishing some of the articles, and why would some of the best journals publish your work? Now, it is a relationship. It is a process, and it goes like this. Any research journal uh, looks for best quality research article. What is best quality research article? So in that sense, I would just want to say that something which adds, contributes to the literature of that field is a best quality. Or if it can bring out a narrative, if it can bring out something which has not been seen, or with a phenomena which has not been heard, which is very rare in management sciences. If I just go on looking at what different researchers are happening, so the best articles see the light of the day. Again, I said that it is a process. So how it is related, how it is a process. So for example, a journal which is known as a world quality journal would want to have research articles which they see as the potential, has the potential of being cited, cited in a big way. Because how it is related then, if they have more citations, that means more mentions in different academic articles, then it has a high impact factor. A higher impact factor leads to a journal being a quality journal. So the things are related. A desk rejection of an article happens, and these days it is too common to have desk rejections, with the editor telling you that your paper maybe was out of scope of this journal, or your paper requires more methodological rigor, or maybe that your paper is good but it does not make the cut, or they can cite any other reason. The reason for this, particularly which from an editor's perspective, if I talk about, is that how do they perceive at this point that your paper is going to be, as far as citations are concerned. They will not publish a paper which they think in their perspective is lacking that quality. That needs to be understood here very well. Significant contribution, if any article, actually in their perspective, the editor's perspective, because the first reviewer of any article is the editor himself. So he or she will look into the paper, see that if there can be significant contribution, if the paper can be improvised, and a good paper can be built out of it, then only they are going to send it for the review process. Otherwise, the case of desk rejection is pretty high, ranging from 80 to 90% of the articles which are submitted. Yeah, as I said, influential articles are highly cited. So some articles which can make a difference to the society or can help in some kind of policy. Generally, this was the aim for any research, which helps a research which helps in policy building is one which is taken very seriously, and therefore I use the term influential articles. And when I say highly cited, it means that it has been taken up well by the peers, and they are actually accepting the conclusions and the implications of the study, and therefore they are citing it in their own study. Also, it is very important. The third perspective is, if you really want to be successful in publication, your presentation quality needs to be way higher than what we actually do. Why I'm saying so? Because good contributions also get desk rejected. The reason is that you have presented the work in a way which is considered to be very poor. The perspective of the editor in this case is that if at the present stage the article's present status is such that it cannot be improvised to a greater extent, or the presentation quality is too poor to make any kind of a difference, then they would reject it. So grammatical mistakes, or sentence construction, or not able to put the viewpoints across in a coherent, cogent manner are some of the reasons why an editor would reject the paper in the first go. So in the next presentation, I'll be talking about the process of writing effective research articles.